This is not a surprise appearance.
Not to us.
We get him each and every week. Win or lose, he comes on. He is accountable as we take the exit off of 80 and go straight to Shredville to talk to the head coach of the UC Davis football Aggies, Tim Plough. Coach, how are you?
Boys, another week. Can't wait to talk. Let's do it.
I don't know if we talked about this last week. I know we referenced it, but are you still doing your tradition of fights? That sounds weird out of context. Fights before the games of showing classic fights to teach lessons before games. Have you carried that on?
Absolutely.
What was the fight this week?
It was Duran versus Hearns.
Oh,
wow! Jeez, what was the lesson? Something like, no matter how unstoppable one may appear, everybody has a limit. What was the lesson there?
It was basically that we felt like Utah Tech was going to be like Duran, and they were going to be a tough out, but that we were going to have to come start the fight with great energy and effort, the way that Hearns would. Unfortunately, that one didn't land. We didn't start with a lot of energy, so I got to do a better job somehow convincing them that the fight needs to translate into the game. Because we missed that one this week.
Well, your read on Utah Tech, though, was right, Coach. Man, that game, I know that last week you said the worst part about the Mercer game was that you didn't get a result. Whether you won, there's teaching in that. If you ended up losing that game, you would have been able to teach in that. This one, you got the lesson. You guys got yourselves down on the road. I don't care if they had only won the one game the year prior. You're down 17 on the road, middle of the third quarter. To come back and win, what did you feel like you learned about your squad?
Yeah, I think the question that remained from week one was, okay, are we going to be able to finish the game? Are we going to be able to find a way to win? And I feel like the Utah Tech game showed us that our team has that grit. They have that ability that, I think good teams find ways to win games. And, we had that quality a year ago, and it seems like these guys have carried that over. So it makes me feel confident that we would have won the first game too. And I think the important thing is our team showed a lot of poise. And I think even the youth that we have, our environment has shown that our guys are going to find ways to figure out ways to win games. And you said it, when you're on the road, especially in the FCS, the odds of winning on the road are pretty low just with the travel and everything. And for us to be able to do that against a team that was really prepared for us, that was a great sign, I think, for our team.
I know you can't get too wrapped up in rankings and all the stuff that goes with that, but that, going back to the Mercer game that never happened, and they had the momentum. We'll never know who would have won, who would have lost. I know, and of course you should be confident that you guys would have held out. Then they turn around, they lose to Presbyterian last weekend. So in a sense, from a ranking standpoint, I always try to look at the positive. Maybe it is a positive that game never existed, because you guys move up a couple spots in the rankings now. You're undefeated. You're a top 5 team. So nothing ventured, nothing gained. You guys got maybe a nice preseason doesn't count workout leading into Utah Tech.
No doubt. I feel like a couple of our guys on staff were rightfully so a little bummed out with how we performed in the game, especially early in the game. But I told them, football Saturdays are like going to the gym. You go work out at the gym, you look to your left, you're going to see someone that you are really jealous of and you wish that you were. Then you're going to look to your right, and you're going to see someone that would die to be you. So football season is the exact same way. You can look to your left and be like, man, I wish we were like South Dakota State, and then you look to your right, you're like, boy, I'm glad we're not Mercer. So, I mean, it's week to week, you figure out ways to win games, and everything will be okay.
Well, Coach, this week, man, you guys start on the road. I think one of the few teams that have 3 straight road games to begin, and you have to go to the University of Washington. What a challenge this week. What's kind of your message? Obviously, you're going to compete. You're going to go to try to win, but what's your message going into this big game this week?
Yeah, I was just looking it up. This is the 20th game I will have coached or played in where I'm the FCS team and we're going against a Power 4 team. And I think the first thing is financially, these games are really important for our program, right? Like, these are the games that help really fund our athletic department in a lot of ways. And so I'm always proud that the football team takes that on and stewards that process for us. And then the other part is, yeah, man, I mean, at the end of the day, all of our guys, everyone dreams of playing at Power 4 schools. I mean, I'm fine saying that nobody woke up dreaming of playing football at UC Davis. And but when you get to your process and you end up being at a great place like Davis, these are the games where you get to really prove, what you're capable of and test yourself against the best. And Washington is definitely one of those programs that I think is kind of the Camelot of football on the West Coast. So it's a great test for our guys and a great test for our staff. And so we're going to put together a great plan and go up there and take our swing and see how things go. And but man, I've been on, like I said, this will be the 20th time I've done this, and I've won 4 of those games.
Nice.
So it's possible, right? Like, you can win these games. You just gotta play really well and hope they have an off day, and maybe that's a special day for you.
So I know you don't want to give it away publicly, but I'm just, when you come on, I like to think of what could the fight be. Now, the line here is the Huskies by a couple touchdowns, but I don't know. Does that qualify for Tyson Douglas? Is that going to be the theme, the ultimate underdog upset? Have you figured it out yet, what you're going to show pregame?
I do know what the fight is. I can't remember if I told you guys last year or not. Is it better if I tell you now, or is it better if I tell you?
That's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because what if you tell us and then you lose? Then it's our fault.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, I think let's see, I can give you a hint.
Okay.
I can tell you that it's a light heavyweight fight. It's a big upset, and it happened in the early 2000s.
And this is boxing, not mixed martial arts or anything, right?
I only show boxing. I can't do the MMA
That's
thing. It's a little too much for me.
Light heavyweight fight.
Early 2000s.
I'm trying to
upset.
think. Because
Roy Jones Jr.
I was just going to say Roy Jones Jr. and what's his face, the guy that Antonio Tarver, but I don't know, was Jones Jr. Are we on the right track, Coach?
I would say you are dead on.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of a fun game.
That's right.
We get one guess. He gives us a hint. We get one guess each week.
Didn't really spoil it too much.
Didn't really spoil
because
it.
we guessed it.
But, he says dead on, but
Yeah.
maybe dead on. It's like that fight, but it's not really that fight.
That's true. We don't know.
All right, Coach. Well, look, good luck.
Yep.
Especially this week, can I say, because my daughter, she's a freshman at USC. She applied to 7 schools. One of them was University of Washington. University of Washington, they didn't send a letter back rejecting her. They actually sent a candygram to our house, and we opened the door, and the person asked for my daughter. My daughter goes to the door, and the candygram lady just pointed at her and laughed and said, "No chance, loser," and then walked away and left a University of Washington sticker she slapped on our front door. Personally, I thought that was rude. That's my little girl, for her to do that. Now, all ended up well, but I've always had a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to that school and that program. So go out there and just kick some ass, embarrass them for us this weekend.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is awful behavior, and it just makes me feel like we got to go down there and figure this out. We got to go down there and figure out the formula.
That's right.
To pull this off, to defend your daughter's honor. And
love it.
That's why I like talking to you guys, because nothing gets me motivated than you get me ready to go play these teams.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here, Coach. Go get them. We'll see you next week. Win or lose, Coach Tim Plough always shows up each and every Wednesday at 6:44. We appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Safe travels.
Boys, find some joy this week. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Coach.
Take care. I never shared that story.
You
on the
didn't.
air.
That's really stunning. But
Can you
look,
believe that?
that's,
No, I don't.
he's going for some payback for you.
Wow. Call my daughter a liar. Christopher Lott. We'll
No, I think he's calling you one.
No, take a break. Well, that's just your opinion. When we come back, Three for Madness, somebody retired that I thought had retired a long time ago. College football rankings are out, and Pablo Torre is the bloodhound of the sports world, and boy, did he uncover quite the scent this morning. We'll get into that next.
The Alan Style Show.
The Athletics taking on